Well, congrats on your presentation. Mostly people talk theory here, but you presented a lot of useful tips for social media teams.
Yes, that's what I thought. I wanted it to make it useful. I mean, it's always tricky getting that balance right and knowing there's quite a broad people from different parts of organisations within the audience, but I thought I was here to talk about digital and social, and so having people leave with some, hopefully even if they just picked up one or two really practical bits of advice, then that will add value to what they're doing back when they get back to their offices and organisations. So yeah, that was the plan.
Well, you're part of Little Dot Studios, a very successful digital content agency. You went into sports. Why?
Well, I've always been really passionate about the power of sport. I think even I played sport when I was a youngster, and I've got two young daughters now who I'm starting to get into sport because I just feel the role it plays in creating confidence, building communities, and giving yourself kind of a sense of purpose, and the role that sport can play in, without wanting to sound kind of overly worthy about it, but in contributing to the greater good is really important. It's also, for me, it's just always been a really exciting place to work. You know when people ask you what you do for work, when you say that you work in sport, generally people are interested in that because it is an exciting thing to do. I've been lucky enough to have been in some really privileged positions kind of behind the scenes at some really major and exciting events, and so that's obviously something that appeals as well.
Yeah, what would you recommend to the local people here or in other parts of Europe who are dealing with athletes that don't have the same reach as the bigger players on the continent, but still they use the same technology, they use the same platforms, and what would you recommend they do?
Yeah, I think the other thing, and one of the most useful things that we can provide as an agency to clients, big or small, whether it's cricket or football or handball or beach volleyball or whatever the sport is, that the data that you get, as you said, the platforms are the same, and so the data that you get out of that is valuable whatever size you are, whatever sport you are, because certainly on YouTube specifically you can get very granular information out of that, so understand who your audience is, what they're interested in, what they're watching, and then you can use that information to build your broader strategy. So I think, yeah, there's an opportunity to grow your audience through digital, and that is absolutely the case for whatever sport you are and wherever you are based, because it gives you a global reach, but it also still gives you really important and useful data which you can then use to shape your broader strategies and reach new fans.